Hello, my friends. This is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of experience in medicine. You will not find anyone like Dr. B. Please listen to Dr. B. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about why the plastic containers in your refrigerator, in your freezer, in your microwave, in your kitchen are slowly but surely killing you. Guys, the plastic industry is making billions and billions and billions of dollars selling you these plastic containers, right? Look at them. Plastic containers. They're extremely practical, right? They have a lot of usages, right? Look at this one. Plastic container. Another plastic container. Look at this one. Another plastic containers, right? Like me, I bet you that you have dozens of them in your apartment, your home, your kitchen, your refrigerator, blah, blah, blah. But, Dr. B, a few years ago, I eliminated completely from my kitchen, from my refrigerator, from my microwave. I use them only as storage for stuff that I don't eat, right? I put some pens, I put some tools. If I have a lot of little screws that are hanging around in my toolbox, I put them in tiny little plastic containers. I have a lot in my storage, so I put some stuff in it. But stuff that I don't eat, stuff that I never gonna eat, right? So I have, you can put anything in them, right? You can store anything you want, but remove them from your kitchen, remove them from your microwave, remove them from your oven, remove them from your refrigerator, from the freezer. And why is that? Because the tiny plastic that you have here, slowly over time, it undergoes what we call biodegradation, all right? That biodegradation, it becomes more intense if you put food in this and you put it in the microwave. Now you see all of these plastic containers, most of them are now safe for microwave oven, right? So you put your chicken, your rice, right? And you take it to work. And during your lunch break, you put this in the microwave and you eat the damn stuff, right? And you don't understand that the microwave, right? The microwaves that are used to cook the food that is inside this, those waves that are created by your microwave oven, right? The microwave oven creates some electromagnetic waves that we call microwaves, right? And they go and they cook and they heat your rice, your chicken, your vegetable, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time that they do this, they destroy, they degrade the plastic, right? They degrade the plastic. Even though it's written on this one and many others that there are microwave safe, right? The microwaves that go into this plastic and that heat up your chicken, even if you remove the top, the microwaves go from here, from the top, from here, right? And they're going to penetrate the chicken. They're going to go here from the bottom. They're going to destroy tiny microscopically, right? You don't see it. You don't see the difference until in a few years it looks so bad, the plastic so worn out that you throw it away. But in the meantime, these tiny little microplastics that are present, that have been eliminated from this box and go into your chicken and into your rice, you eat that stuff, right? You eat it, so you put these microplastics into your body. Now, what happens to these microplastics when they go into your intestine? Because they are very small, just a few microns in diameter. A few microns. Think about it, a hair. The average diameter of a human hair is about 70 microns. That's to tell you, tiny little hair. You see the tiny little hair? Look how thin it is. The diameter of that hair, the average human hair, is 70 microns. These microplastics that are released by all these plastic containers that where you put your food, whether you microwave it or not, slowly over time, and then you're going to put your spoon, right? You're going to scratch the plastic to eat the last grains of rice or beans. Here, I got some microplastic on my fingertips under my nails because I scratched the box, right? You see? You don't see them, but they are there. Microplastics, smaller than the size of than the diameter of a human hair. There are just a few microns, about 10 to 20 microns. Now, they're going to be absorbed by your intestine because they're so tiny. They go into your bloodstream. Now, imagine your bloodstream full of thousands of microplastics, tiny, tiny microscopic pieces of plastic. They're running around into your bloodstream, right? Because you just ate that chicken or that lasagna or that rice that you put for your lunch in this, and you fed your children too, right? Or you give this to your husband so that he can have that during his lunch break. Those microplastics, thousands of them, are now circulating in your bloodstream. Now, what are these tiny microscopic particles going to do? Well, they're gonna go into the capillaries. The capillaries, guys, are the smallest blood vessels that you have in your body. They are so tiny that you cannot see them without a microscope, right? Remember that your heart pumps blood. That blood goes to your aorta, your biggest artery. From the aorta, like the branches of a tree, these arteries in your body, they branch out into your different organs. At the very, very end, blood enters tiny little microscopic blood vessels that we call capillaries, that feed your brain, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your everything, every freaking organ that you can imagine, your eyes, your skin, everything. At the end, you have capillaries, tiny little blood vessels. There are billions of them in your body, right? Like the tiny little branches at the top of a tree. There are millions of them, right? They are tiny, and the leaves grow up out of those. So by eating these tiny microplastics, you put them in your gut absorbs them because they are so tiny. They enter freely your bloodstream. From your intestine, eventually they go in the heart pumps them, right? Because they're in the blood, they pumps them into all your organs. What do these freaking microplastics do? They're gonna go and they are gonna obstruct, they're gonna plug. Like the hair or the food that is plugging your sink, your kitchen sink. Same thing, no difference. These little microplastics are gonna go and they're gonna plug your freaking capillaries, tiny capillaries. Now you have billions of capillaries, right? So you're gonna plug a few hundred each time, right? Each time. But then the next day, again you're gonna eat. Again you're gonna carry your food in this freaking microplastic. You come back from work, you're gonna put a lot of food in this microplastic. You're gonna put it in the microwave oven. So day after day, week after week, month after month, you're gonna eat more and more and more microplastics. You're gonna plug, obstruct irreversibly these tiny little blood vessels that are tiny. You can't see them without a microscope. You're gonna plug more and more of them like this, like the microplastic is there. The freaking imagine this is a microplastic and this is a capillary. Where it's gonna go plug it, right? It is plugging. No more blood can go. So over time, after a few years, 2, 10, 20 years, what's going to happen to your freaking brain? Well, no wonder why you're going to develop dementia. What's going to develop to your freaking heart? So no wonder why you're going to develop cardiac disease, cardiomyopathy, because you're obstructing these tiny little capillaries that are feeding oxygen and food to your heart so that it can pump, right? Same thing for your kidney, same thing for your liver, right? All your freaking vital organs are going to slowly, over time, see their millions of capillaries that bring healthy blood, food, and oxygen to them getting plugged by these tiny little microplastics. This is how these freaking microplastics are slowly but surely killing you. So do like Dr. B. Remove every freaking plastic containers from your kitchen. Don't put anything that is edible that you eat. Nothing. Don't put any fruit in it. Nothing. Just store some stuff. Store some pens, tools, scotch tape, whatever you want. They are actually pretty practical. You can put some paper towels, anything you can imagine. You can store batteries. I have a lot of batteries. I put them in this stuff and I put them in my drawer, in the drawers of my desk. I have organized my desk by putting a lot of this stuff that were loose, put them in different of these plastics, right? But do not put any food. Nothing from a microplastic should go into your mouth. You shouldn't eat it. Again, remember, tiny little microscopic capillaries getting clogged by these tiny little microscopic microplastics that detach from these plastics, whether or not you put it in the microwave. Now, microwave makes it even worse. Then millions of microplastics are going to detach, go into your food, you're going to eat them. And eventually they're going to plug all those capillaries. And in 20 years, by the time you are retired, they're going to diagnose you with dementia. Well, what the cazzo? Where does this dementia come from? He was supposed to be healthy, watching his diet and everything, and blah, blah, blah. But look at that. Well, he's been using this microplastic for the last 40 years, 30 years. Throw them away. They're disgusting stuff. If you want to use containers for your food in your refrigerator, in your freezer, they have to be glass. All your liquids, all my liquids, everything, right, has to be glass. When I buy olive oil, they are always in plastic containers. What do? I bring it immediately home. I empty it into glass bottles that are tightly closed by a lid, and I put it in my refrigerator. I never leave my olive oil, my walnut oil, my peanut oil, right, like this in the original plastic containers. Of course not, right? Anything you buy, any kind of food that is in a plastic container, bring it home immediately, switch it to a glass containers. And you can buy glass containers, bottles, any size, any shape, any type of glass containers, and bring it home and store your food in it. Your meat, your vegetable, everything should not be in freaking plastic. Nothing. There shouldn't be anything that you eat that is stored in plastic. My peanut butter, I make sure that I buy the ones that are in glass containers, not in plastic containers. If I buy peanut butter that is in plastic containers, I quickly scoop everything, put it in a glass containers, put a nice beautiful lid, put it in my refrigerator, right? I put everything in the fridge, everything, and I change it. Nothing in a plastic containers. And you're not going to see the effect now. It takes time. Like every condition, like every pesticide that you put on your body, like the smoke of cigarette, like the effect of alcohol, right? Like all this carcinogen that you eat because of processed food, processed meat, right? With all this mercury and all these nasty toxins that they put in our food, that you find in fish, right? Oh, the shrimp, look how beautiful the shrimp, but it's full of cadmium, it's full of mercury, it's full of nasty carcinogen, right? Because they come from freaking Vietnam or Thailand. Right? All these shrimps that we eat here, they come from Southeast Asia. They are full of mercury. They are full of cadmium, right? They are full of nasty chemicals, but you don't feel these effects until decades later. By the time you retired, my God, what the catcher is happening to me? I'm being diagnosed with kidney disease, liver disease, heart failure, kidney failure, neurodegenerative diseases, right? And of course, freaking dementia, right? And cancers. I mean, no wonder why so many people are being diagnosed with cancer. The incidence of cancer is rising. More and more people with cancer every year. More and more people with dementia. More and more kids with autism, more and more kids with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, more and more people with sleep disorder, more and more people with depression, right? Because of all this freaking stuff that are in our environment. And microplastic are an important, nasty stuff that you can eliminate to have a better, healthier life. Guys, Dr. B is here to help you age gracefully. Dr. B loves you. Follow me. Follow my advice. Listen to what I have to say. My videos are simple. I'm not here to give you lectures of medicine, about medicine, despite 30 plus years of knowledge of medicine. I'm here to pass on my knowledge in easy way so that God willing we can age gracefully together and be together for the next 50 years. God willing, for the next 50 years, I will be here with you and teaching you how to stay healthy and stay away from cancer and cardiovascular disease and dementia and blah, blah, blah. Put down your comments, your questions. I will get back to you. I promise. It might take time, but I promise I will do that. May God bless you all, and I will get back to you. Thank you.